Yep. Good evening, everyone. So, in our previous class, we learned how to use React components. So, we completed the concept about understanding functions, JavaScript functions. We learned and we discussed about React components. We discussed the basic about this. We learned how to use JSX rules, JSX and its rules, how to create components and use them. So today we are going to create one user interface and implement it. I think last session I showed you Bootstrap also. So Bootstrap is nothing but enabling Bootstrap so that we can build better. That's what we discussed. So these are all the concepts and what are the rules of JSX? You remembered all the rules, properties and JSX related limitations and all. So what we are going to do today by using the components knowledge, we will build one UI, user interface. By using React components, we will build one UI. Actually, if you are a web developer, technical names are very important. How website is designed, their technical names are very important. Suppose I will show you some website like, yeah, you can try this website, Colorlib. Keep in touch with this website for different website ideas. For practicing different ideas, you will get this colorlib.com. You can try this. In this, you can see so many categories are there for websites practicing. Portfolio, restaurant. Suppose I selected some restaurant, it will show some templates. Suppose I select one template and you can see the template preview will come. And you click on live preview, it will show the template how it looks like. So this is a sample template. This is its user interface. These are for idea how we can build some interfaces. Now what I'm just showing you the idea. Now the point is we must able to build such UI with the help of React. Then we should know these all concepts. For example, I hope you people know, generally, suppose you know that in this website, this part is at the top, you know, this is header. Am I right? Yeah. After the header, you can observe it is having some design like this. This generally in technical terms, what is this known as? So in technical terms, this area which has some image, some caption, some start and all, these are called hero banner. They are called hero banner. These are all technical things you should remember as a developer, because in projects, companies, these are the terms we use. We say that we want a hero banner in home page. Then you should know what is a hero banner in web design, right? They will not ask you in projects, they will not ask you, nobody will sit beside you and say that right side one photo, left side one text, put a button. No, they will simply just use a word, design one hero banner. Then a developer should have an idea what is this hero banner. And so many, you can see below this, it is having, you can see some content. These are all cards. We have different product related details cards. These are called cards. So let's do one thing. We will create one simple design like this with the help of the knowledge of React. Till now what we learned, along with the concept of components, how to use them. We'll create one example. For that, we need one. First, I will take a simple one, then little complex. We will try little complex. After we try simple. So first today, we will design one small Netflix-like screen. This screen we will try to create. So we will try to design this part. It's a normal, because Netflix is a React application. We need to know correct semantics. What are the semantics used? I hope you learnt your HTML very well. And in HTML, you know that this part is a header. This is a header part. Can you name this semantic? What is this in HTML? What is this in HTML? What it contains? What it contains? It contains information which are highlights about this website. This is called as article. In HTML, this semantic is article semantic. In this article, this is an entry point from where user starts working. And this is called as main. It is a main semantic. I hope you people learnt HTML and you know what is article, main, aside, header, footer, section. You learned semantics. So where you use article? Articles are used to display highlights of current website. If you are navigating user from one website to another, that is called aside. These are all basic HTML things. A developer have general common sense of using headers, footers, sections, articles, aside. That's very basic. At a high level, you should use these semantics correctly and design. So we will try to create this first. After that, we will go little complex. Let's see. First, to design this, I will show you how it is created. Actually, you can see this is the page. I will create a prototype here. Yeah. So whenever anybody opens our website, means whenever they open the page. So what happens is the first screen, you start with the first screen. let's create a prototype first. Actually, this is your HTML page. Your HTML, some Netflix HTML page. And you know that in Netflix HTML, we will not directly design anything. We will do everything with components. We'll create everything with components. So what happens is in this HTML page, you already have a container which holds the actual DOM. You have a div with ID as what? Root. That is where all our content is rendered, right? Now, what happens is in this, we will first render, in that we will render one component. That means in that we will render a component inside it. Yeah. A component I will render inside it, and this is called, so this component is Netflix header. This is the Netflix index. That means the page starts with which component? Index. In that index component, we will have a header at the top. In the index, we will have a header at the top. This is Netflix header. Netflix header component is at the top. That is what actually they have, the header at the top. Header is there at the top. Below this header, so Netflix have an component called, actually, this is Netflix. This is Netflix, we say article. We have a Netflix article. In this article, we want to display all this information. And there is a starting point inside the article. You know, starting points are called as, entry points are considered as main. In this Netflix article, and here we have a Netflix main. This is main. Now, article contains the main. Main is inside the article. So this is the hierarchy we need to build. So application starts with index, and index will have a header at the top. Inside index, we will have a header, and we have an article. Inside article, main. And articles are used, header for nav bars, brand names, shortcut icons. We keep them in header. Article is for, it is used for highlights of that website. Here we are using for hero banner. We are using an hero banner. Main is entry point. We must able to start with it. Let's see how to design this part. So how many components are required for this design? 4 components are required. Index, header, article, and main. These are the 4 components required. Okay, let's see. We will go to the project. I hope you people set up all the environment. You have all Bootstrap. Have you tried Bootstrap also? Yeah. So in project, have you tried Bootstrap also? No? You need to try, right? So because if I show, first I will show today. Once go through all this, I will share the code. Next session, you will design along with me, right? I will first today show you the hierarchy. In the next session, you can design along with me. We will go with a little complex design in the next session, right? First, I will show you the idea. how everything is built. So let's see. So first step here, to build anything, we need, let me create a page. Let's start with the beginning. I will add a new page, some Netflix clone .html, Netflix clone HTML, and clearly observe what I am doing everything, because from the beginning everything I am showing. So we will start with, so Netflix, yeah, that is the title I am giving. So movies, TV shows, like this. Fine. And just movies and TV shows like this. Now we will put a no script. Please enable JavaScript on your browser, and you need a div with an ID as what? Root. And you need to link all the files. Let's start with Bootstrap. We will link Bootstrap. Link relation is style sheet. Href is node modules. Bootstrap icons, CSS. Another link relation style sheet, href node modules, bootstrap, dist, css, bootstrap.css. For bootstrap, you need a script for interactions. Script is node modules, bootstrap, dist.js, bootstrap bundle.js. Okay. With this, by linking these three files, Bootstrap will be ready. And before doing that, you know you have to install Bootstrap. Once you install, every day you can use it. Okay. Next, I need React library. This is the Bootstrap library. React library, let's script source, node modules, React, and UMD React development. Another script source, node modules, React DOM, UMD React DOM development. Okay. Another is Babel. So node modules, Babel, standalone Babel JS. Everything React is ready. Now we will create here virtual DOM library, virtual DOM related logic. How? We will add a script, make sure that the script runs on type text/Babel. These are the basic rules we need to follow. Okay, now in this, how to create a virtual DOM, constant root, React DOM dot create root, document get element by ID root, root dot render. Which one to render we will decide later. Now, according to our design, we need 4 components: Netflix index, Netflix header, Netflix article, and Netflix main. So we will write a function Netflix index. And you know the rules of component function. It must start with uppercase letter. Everything you should follow. Return. So now important, it will return a simple div. And you know that it should return only one fragment. Okay, this is Netflix index. Okay. Index will just return a div. I will create Netflix header. And what this header has to return is, it should return a header semantic. So in HTML, you have header semantic. This header we will design later. I am just creating components first. Okay. I need a Netflix article. Actually, it is Netflix article is hero banner. Netflix hero banner. And this hero banner actually returns an hero banner is designed with article. Article is a HTML semantic. And HTML, you already learned why, where, which semantic to use, right? Now, this is hero banner. One more we need, Netflix main. Actually, Netflix main is an entry point where user can start by entering his email and text box, click start. So it is a form. Am I right? It is a form. User can enter something and submit means it is a form. Okay. So this is what a developer should know first. That means what a component should return. Is it header? Is it footer? Is it div or span? Because you know that you learned the concept. Already basics you already know. I'm not going into the basics. What are the principles of web designing? What are the principles of web designing? To design any professional web application, what are the principles we need to follow in real world? What are web principles? Don't know? How you can be a web developer without knowing web principles, rules? How you build websites? See, for learning you are building something, that's okay. For real world you are building something, not okay. You can't show what you know. You have to build as per rules. You cannot miss them. They are mandatory to follow. And what are the principles of web? Every web application should follow 4 principles. What are the 4 principles of web? So the 4 basic principles of web. One is accessibility. 2, internationalization. 3, privacy. And 4, security. So these are the 4 principles of web. When you develop any website or web application in any technology in the world, it should follow these 4 principles, otherwise it will be blocked. Countries, governments will ban your website if it doesn't follow these principles. Mandatory, they have to follow. Remember, whether user knows about them or not, we don't care. Whether user knows about them or not, we don't care. We have to build. According to standards, we have to build. For example, I will tell you, suppose you are having a keyboard. You see, suppose I am having a keyboard. You know, in the keyboard, so number J key, the character J, is having a small dot on it. Why? Are you using that? That dot you are using regularly? Why you are using? That is for visually challenged people. That means for visually challenged people, so it will identify where the center is in Brainlipi. You may not know about it, you may not use it, but why keyboard people, you may not need it, but why keyboard people kept it? That is rule. If any company releases a keyboard into market without this, it will be banned by that country government. That is a rule we have to follow. You know it or not, we don't care. Right? You know about it or not, we don't care. But we need to build as per standards. So these are the 4 basic principles we have to follow. They are mandatory. And accessibility is very, very important. Accessibility, internationalization, privacy, security. And using these article, header, and all these things, article, header, it will make good accessibility. Not only that, it will make it SEO friendly. SEO friendly. You may ask, like, why can't you put all div? You can put, but that is not good in accessibility. And it is not good in SEO. These are basic rules. For example, let's see who maintains web. Web is maintained by a community called W3C. W3C.org. This is World Wide Web Consortium. These are the people who maintain web. Web is under the control of these people, and this community head is Tim Berners-Lee, who is the father of web. Tim Berners-Lee. He invented web. He invented HTML. And see, what are the basic rules? So, based on 4 principles: accessibility, internationalization, privacy, and security. You have to follow this. What are these? I think you might have learned in your basics. Before learning HTML, you should learn about what is web, how web works, what are the layers of web, what are the principles, rules. Suppose you are watching Netflix or Disney or Amazon Prime, you are watching a movie. Movie have an option, audio subtitles. In audio, what are the options available? In audio, there will be option like language. But have you seen in audio, there will be an option called audio with description. Have you seen? Audio with description. What is that audio with description? If you put it, it will show you the movie on screen. It will explain what is happening in the movie. It will explain that 2 people are walking. Why it is explaining me? Because people who are visually challenged, they will not see the movie, but they will feel and listen it. They know what is happening on the screen by the description. For them, remember, if Netflix remove that option, Netflix will be banned in several countries. Because according to their country rules, they have to put that in their website. I hope you people have seen in US, UK, so many countries news channels. There will be news reader along with the general news reader addressing president's address and all. They will have a separate reader who will be for people who cannot hear. Am I right? Why? Because that is rule. They have to keep. Nobody is watching them. Doesn't matter. But they have to keep it. So why you should use article, aside, header, footer? Why not div everywhere? If you use these, then only it will become good in accessibility. So if anyone asks why to use these semantics, 2 points. One is accessibility, another one SEO, to make it SEO friendly. So remember, all these rules are very important. They have to follow. I'm not explaining them now because this we teach for our HTML basic learners. They know. You see, accessibility means access by everyone regardless of disability. That is the reason you might have seen in your devices also. You can dictate, you can announce, and you can talk to it. It will automatically do that work. Am I right? There are screen readers. Why there are screen readers? You touch anything on screen, it will read aloud. Why? Because people who cannot see, they touch and they know what they are doing. These are all basic rules in web designing. In real time designing, it matters. At your level, you don't know, you never used, we don't care about you. It doesn't matter. Your knowledge doesn't matter for us. The real world scenarios, we need to follow rules. Compulsory. You know, we will have a separate accessibility developers. These roles are very rare. Accessibility, web accessibility. This role is very rare in software companies, but high demand because very less people know about accessibility. When a company develops a website, they will check all the accessibility and finally they will give a certification that this is good in accessibility according to country rules. Right? Accessibility developers, very rare. Web accessibility, especially rare. We don't have even courses on that. Only through experience, people know and learn and use them in companies. I will tell you one simple example. One of my juniors, friends, and all these people, two people are working on web accessibility in Cisco. In Cisco TCS, two people are working on web accessibility. If I get a chance, I will ask them to give a demo to you on accessibility. Through them, you can have a demo on web accessibility. I will request them for that. And they are working on web accessibility. And do you know their yearly package is 2 crore? They are more than 15-20 years experience in web design, but accessibility they are doing from 3-4 years only. They are doing from 3-4 years, and we don't have big team people with accessibility, but their role responsibility is very huge. They have to make sure that the website is not violating any country related standards and rules. If any problem comes, that country will ban your website. They have to take care about everything. And you people may not know, but observe carefully. You learned HTML, but you never learned about this. I will show you. Let's open any inspect, and you see in any div span or anywhere. Let's open any Amazon or anything. I will open for you, and you can see here any div span in the body. We will open here. These are all scripts it is having, and I hope you never learned in HTML about what is this ARIA label. You never learned about role. You know class to apply CSS class, but you never learned about it. And today, when you get a time, open every website and see, you will see every website have this. Every website have this, but no HTML will teach you. In HTML, you will never learn because it's a very complicated concept. We have to separately teach people on this. Right? And what you do in real world project, you will put a nav and you will give it to your senior. The accessibility people will put all this. They know where, which one to add. And finally, when you see the website is published, you will feel like I designed only NAV now, but finally, what is this? So much it is having. As a fresher, your level ends at now. That's it. Now, style, class, align, such attributes your level ends. But after that, the genius accessibility people come to picture. These people's role is very important. In web designing, very, very important. Without that, they cannot release a website. And you will never learn about it. Nobody will teach you. There are very less courses online also to teach about web accessibility because it's a very big concept. Huge, like an ocean. It will keep on coming. You can't end anywhere. That is the reason very few people are working on this. And very, very complicated concept, very depth concept. So you can just have an introduction about it. You will see this in every website, but you will be confused. Why I haven't learned about it? Because that is not your job. That's not your job. But finally, your website will have everything. These are related to what? Accessibility. Accessibility. So that is the reason whenever you design components, make sure that the components are having, make sure that the components are returning proper semantics. Header, header. Article, article. That means first you should know why they are used. Then you can implement them. I hope you are clear. Okay, let's go now. Our application should start with whom? Our application should start with render. It should render with which one? What is it? Netflix index. How to access a component we learned? How to access a component already we learned. So it is starting with Netflix index. Okay, fine. We will do one more thing. We will add our custom styles. Remember, in next level, we will learn how to maintain separate files. Your components in separate files, your CSS in separate files. As of now, we are designing everything in one page. Okay, this is custom styles. Okay, what I am doing in the custom styles, see, let's do one thing. We put a style and you know what to do. I need a Netflix banner. Okay, let's Google images and I will go with Netflix banner. You see some Netflix banner photo is there. I think this looks enough. I will open this and I will download this. Make sure that when you are downloading, it's see 2000 pixel, it's very good. Less than 500, 400 pixel, they are small, not good, right? 1000 pixel, enough. I will save this image. So this is Netflix banner and I will store in our project location. What is our project location? Web app. In web app public. So in public, I will keep, because Netflix clone is in the same place, I will keep Netflix banner also in the same place. That's fine. Now what we are doing here is, first, let's put here body. For body, background image URL, I'm using Netflix banner. And background size, I will keep as what? Cover. And you can see that now the background is like this. Now you can see the background is like this. Now we are having a background photo, am I right? But the background, remember, in this background photo, actually one component is also there. What is that component? On this background photo, there is a component called Netflix index. Am I right? Netflix index component is on this main screen. What I will do is go to create one shade class. This class will have background color as RGBA. You know, CSS colors. Black with little transparency, 0.76. This looks better. Okay, 0.6 transparency. And height, I will give as 100 VH. VH is screen height. How much screen height is there? It will set. Viewport height, you know na. Now this shade we will apply to the index. Where is Netflix index? Netflix index will use a class name. Class name as what? Shade is the class name. And you can see that it is using that shade. That means we have a background, but background is not dominating. So that means what we have done, the background shade. Yeah, the shade little bit 0.7 will make it little more darker. So we have background, but background is not dominating. That's basic thing we have implemented. Okay, let's go to the next point. Index is working now. Inside index at the top, inside index, go to index. Inside index, we need a header component. We have to access which one? Netflix header. Netflix header is accessible inside index. Header is somewhere below and you are accessing above. Is it possible? Header is created, function is below, but you are trying to access above. Is it possible? Yes, because currently we are using declaration. Declaration allows hoisting, right? So no problem. Expression it will not allow. So in order you have to define. Here it is fine. But see, header is empty now. Let's create the header part. Inside header, I have two divisions, div 1 and div 2. So we have two divisions in header. In first division, I kept here a span called Netflix span, and I will keep here this as class name. Font, let's put the class name as brand title. Okay. And right side, we will keep here another div. Inside the div, we have another div. In this div, we are having another division. Means I will add one more division, and here we have a span. Actually, it is a drop down. Huh? So what we have to do, we need to put a select. It is an ordinary HTML select. Okay, and select have a class name, form control. And inside that we have an option called language. And we can have another option like English. Roughly, I'm creating, and we have a span. Design more we will keep later. This is having class name BI translate. Okay. And you can see in the header, this is header part we are having. And after this, we will have another button, and we will keep this button as sign in button with some class name BTN and BTN danger. Why I am using class name, we learned in the last session already. Huh? Okay, now let's go here. What I am doing is in custom style, I am accessing brand title. Brand title is nothing but brand title, a brand name. Brand title. Brand title, I given font size some 40 pixel. Font weight is bold and color is red. We are just adding the brand title like this. Netflix is there. And now what we are doing is, it is inside header. Header will have bootstrap classes. So we will have dflex, display flex, justify content between, and padding is some 4. And you can see it will come like this. One is left, another one is right. And right side, we have language. And this is, this is the class name, translate. And I will keep this as class as input group. Input group, that means it looks like a, this will have another span. input group text. So that is nothing but it will give the translate symbol like this, right? And actually this is not form control. I will give form select. Then it will be like a drop down. And these two must be side by side. So class as dflex, then they will come side by side. And I will give little bit button as mx2. That means horizontally some gap will come. And you can see header is ready. So I given the header padding is 5. Align items center. That will keep vertically, horizontally center. This is the header part ready. We have a simple header of Netflix at the top. Now, how many components currently you are watching? 2. What are those? We have an index. Index is having a background just shade. Inside index at the top, header. Below that header, below the header in index, we need a hero banner. Na? Yeah. So what we have to do? Let's go below the header in the index. We have to add Netflix hero banner. Below the header, we are accessing another component hero banner. Okay. Currently, hero banner is empty. What I will do? So Netflix, let's copy this title. We will copy this title. Okay, let's keep this hero banner. In the article 1 division, I will keep this title. Am I right? And so movies, I will keep this a break. So another division, and in that, so okay, in that division, I am using this one. This is subtitle. So this is the title. This is class name as article title. And this is class as article text. Some article title and text. Okay. Now important, this is not part of article. This is part of main. Why it is not part of article? Because scroll down, you can see here it is repeating. Na? So it is not a part of article, it is part of main. So that is main. Okay, let's go. So first article, we will access that article here. It is coming now. And observe in the design, our design, it looks somewhere. Let's put the alignments and all. Go to article, class name, text center, and text white. Okay, it is going to display like this. Now what we will do is, so wherever article is there, in our custom style, we will add some modification. Wherever article is there, padding top, I given some 100 pixel. That means it will come down. And wherever article title is there, font size as suppose 50 pixel. It is large, right? So, and font weight as what? Bold. And it will display bold, right? I will keep this little top 60. That looks fine. And we have another option. What is it? Article text. Font size relatively, I will keep 30 pixel. Little okay. I think 25 looks fine. That's fine. Okay, we have the article title and subtitle. Now, inside the article below this, we need one more. What we need? Now see, this is the article. Inside the article below this, we need another component. What is it? Netflix main. Am I right? Inside the hero banner, we need main. So what we are trying to learn is hierarchy. In one component, another. How to access a component inside another. Right now, inside hero banner main, and main is currently a form. It is empty. We will put a paragraph here. In this paragraph, we will keep this text, or not this. We will keep this text like what ready to watch. I will keep this one. And below this, we will keep another division. Okay, in that we will keep another division. We are adding another div. This div will have a class as input group roughly. It is having size. Input group, we have an LG for large. It is having an email. Input type is email and self-ending. All these self-ending rules we learned. Huh? So placeholder, so your email address. And below this, we have a button. And what is this button is, so class name as BTN danger. And here we are using get started, and it uses a span, and the span will have a class name as BI chevron right. Okay. And you can see there is a get started, and we need to keep this below. Here we need to set up. So we have to keep inside which area? Main. Okay. Netflix main. Some problem? Anything? It is not rendering. Let's check any issue is there. There is no problem in the design. Where is that? Achha, this is having class as form control. Where is this? Netflix main. Yeah, Netflix main. Or something problem in main. Acha, it is not returning. Huh? So we are not returning. Huh? It should return. Huh? Yeah, we are not returning. Now it's okay. Now what we will do is this form. So this should keep class as dflex, justify content as what? Center. So it will be justify content center and align items as center, and W50. Acha, it is not 50. We'll keep this one. Alignments problem. I will just keep this here. This entire must, because we have an input group, I need to use one more div for it. Otherwise it cannot. I have to enclose this inside another div. Okay, now we can keep here as what? D class name as what? D flex. After that, justify content. What is it? Center. Now it will come to center. And this form will have a class name as margin top, and it will have some gap. Actually, alignments and all placements, colors we can change. I will give this button MS2, suppose some gap. So this is having font size. That's okay. This is fine. So we are having a little larger letters at the top, article title, some 60 pixel, some large. Now it looks fine. Okay. So this is the point. We can adjust the width, height, anything you can define. So I'm just showing the hierarchy of components. I hope you are clear. So now this is a design created using components. And all modern single page applications are component based design. Component based design. So how many components are working here? 4. Starting with which one? It is starting with which one? Index. It is starting with index. In the index, you are having header, and below the header, we have an article, and we are having a main. Inside article main. This is the hierarchy. Later, we will make them work functional. Problem is, you will get the design, but you will not get the Netflix like feel. Why you will not get Netflix like feel? Because the problem is these people are not using Bootstrap. We are using Bootstrap for styling. In Bootstrap, button will look like this. Actually, in Bootstrap, button looks different. Red color is different, dark shade, font styles are different. Why? Because Netflix people use a library called MUI. They use MUI, which you will learn later in React. They use this library MUI. Actually, officially, you see, officially, these all people use MUI. Spotify, Amazon, NASA, Netflix, these all people use MUI. So they are not using the concept of, yes, you can go out and talk. What you are doing with it? Heating up yourself with it. Be careful, because once I kick out of the class, you will never be in my class again. You should be very serious. I am too serious than others. I just kick anybody out. I will never ask them to come again. I will never allow them to come again. Utilize this time in learning. Otherwise, sit at home. Don't come. We don't care whether you attended or not. We just care people who attend, they perfectly learn or not. I don't want any waste, heaviness in the class. Distraction, time waste, we don't want from you. If I see the next time anything such, we'll kick out. Seriously. Understood? Am I clear? Because don't try to act. Because from 25 years we are training. This is my 18th year in Naresh IT. Understood? We have seen lakhs of people like you, and we will just kick all the distracting people outside the session, because we don't want to waste time with you. Because so many other serious people are here who are here to learn. If you have any little bit distraction happening, so make sure that you don't attend that day. Just get out. You don't attend the class, right? You are not forced to sit here. If you are interested, you are learning, sit here. Otherwise, just quit. Don't attend. We don't care you attend or not. Right? We need serious people here, right? Because from past 1-2 days, all non-serious people, right? Why you are wasting time in sitting in the class? Just don't come. All right? Yeah. So let's see. So this is the concept how we created, and why these people are special, because you see their button styles are different. I will show you these people's buttons, how they look like. You see their buttons, components, button. You see their button looks little different. You see their buttons. This is what Netflix is using as button. Colors will be there. You see this kind of button. This button style is different and our button style is different because you will get Netflix, but you will not get the feel of Netflix. Why? Because their fonts are different, their colors are different, their styles are different. But entire rest of thing we can achieve. If we want to create exact clone, then we should learn this. We will learn later. When we learn this, we can create an exact clone. As it is, it looks like Netflix. Here, it is not as it is looking like Netflix. Near the concept. Why? Because here our idea is to understand how to use components. How to use components. A component inside component and how to work. Right? I will copy this one. I will copy this example. This example is an Netflix clone .html. In this, everything we kept in one location. Everything is in one place. Everything is in one place. Now, if you can design this, we will go little complex. I hope everyone understood the order. That means how to start, where, which one to add. Now, we will take help of some AI tools. We will create one design. With the help of those tools, we will get an idea and we will design manually. We will design it manually. Let's see, for example, just design idea we will take today. Now you can create along with me later, right? So first I will show you. So everybody, I hope you people, because you are learning web designing and all, I hope you people know about this website. And the website is what? You know the website Stitch with Google. Stitch. Google Stitch website. So you have to use this regularly now. Because in our next level examples, we are going to use it. What you do is, see, let's go to this website. This is Stitch with Google. This is Google Stitch, official Google Stitch. Here you can log in with your Google account. It is a free account. You can log in with your Google account and go to web category. Web category. Because we have mobile app category and web category. Currently we are building web related. So go to web category and type here some prompt. So I will just give you few things here. So in this website, people who are not aware, I will give you this one. Yeah. This is the website. You can try this. In this, when you go to web category here, what you do is enter some prompts. So go to web category and enter the prompts. Enter prompts. Okay, what are the prompts? See, I'm writing here, create, you can say create a food delivery app application homepage. A food delivery application homepage. And in this, what you do is, it is a React.js component based design. That is the clean idea you should tell. Otherwise, it will create HTML design. We have to cleanly tell that it is an React.js component based design. Okay. Header with brand, search bar, and shortcuts. That is the header. After that, hero banner. So with get started. After that, so we write like section with featured restaurants, food delivery. So featured products, featured products as cards. These are all technical web designing terms. And footer with services and social links. These are the prompts we are giving for that tool, and I will paste these prompts here. Okay, now I click on generate button. It is going to generate a application for me, means an interface. It is going to generate an interface. And you can see if I don't specifically ask for React component based, it will create HTML based. That will not be satisfying in design. So it is going to build one UI for you, header, footer, products. And remember, this is just an idea for us, how it gets. This we will implement practical. This we are going to implement practical. You can see it is designing the page. And you can see it gets with a hero banner, some featured products. And some cards. And it will create the footers, everything. Okay. Once the design is ready, it is still generating everything. You can see the design is ready now. So once it creates the design, we can open in a separate page. It is still generating the screen. Okay, now the design is ready. You can select, you can preview in a new tab. And you can open in a separate screen. New window button will be there. Open direct link and it will show you the page like this. This is the page. This is the header and this is the content it is having. These are the contents it is having with all type of options that you have asked. Now what is our responsibility is to design this. So our job is to create like this. And remember, these data about various recipes and all, this will come from an backend database. Right? Actually, we also have this dummy JSON recipes. This is an API which provides such data. Now, what is React developers' responsibility is bring the data from such APIs and create the interface. We need to bring the data from that API and we have to create the interface. We must able to create the interface like this. I hope you are clear. And not just creating interface, we should able to make it work. That means when I click here and search, it should display only those. Filtering, sorting, searching. And when I click on add to cart, it should be added. Right? It should show my cart details. All this we are going to design now. Right? We are going to build this. But now to design this, we will go into a React 19 professional environment. Till now we have seen React 18 only. Understood? You installed React 18. That means till now you have seen how to create a React environment in an existing web application. But now we will learn how to build a separate React application. how to create a separate React application, and how to use it. In that, we will try to build this type of interface with all the functionalities we have to do. That we will start in next session. Right? Today, you just try the design of Netflix. I will share the code into Classroom. You try it. And tomorrow, we will do one thing, a small another design we will do in the class hands-on. Okay, a small design hands-on we will do. So I will be showing here. You can try along with me. Right? If we can finish that hands-on, then we will go into further next level. Okay. First, tomorrow job, we will try to create one design a little complex. So like food delivery app, one simple interface we will try to create. You can create along with me. Okay. Tomorrow, that is our task. Right? After that, we will go into further level. Before that, today you try Netflix. The design you try, then you will get idea, then you can do along with me. Okay. Tomorrow I'll continue then. Right? Thank you.